Welcome everybody, we've got Division 2 action now. I'll just fix between Tyler Adams at the top of the screen and John Harmon at the bottom of the screen. This is from week 8, so it's a little bit slow in getting there. I apologise for that. We're looking at John's hand, so John did the recording for this. You can see Tyler having a much more improved season this year on 32 points. Can't really make the playoffs from here, but playing for pride, as is John on 21 points. Both can have a strong finish. This one here looks like a brew from... This is green-white. Looks like a brew from John. I have seen a green-white. I was playing around with Nathan Blewett testing the new Magic 19, and there is a green-white build, enchantment build, which is a pretty good card draw engine in the new set. So I don't know if John's aiming towards that. Tyler, on the other hand, Jeskai colours with a Danto Vanguard. This could be this could be a take on the traditional blue-white auras, I think it was called. We'll have to see what he plays next to be sure. Yes, I'm guessing that's the case. So probably it's just splashing red for a bit of extra removal, because enchantment removal is not the flashiest thing at the moment. And you can actually see in John's hand there, he's got the Thrashing Brontodon, which is going to be pretty good against this deck. Awkwardly here though, Seal Away is going to be really good here, because the Danto Vanguard has Indestructible if you pay 4 life, so it's going to take down that. John though having trouble hitting that third land. One thing we have seen with this Auras deck, and again I'm not sure if that's exactly what Tyler's on, but because I used to play it as well. Okay, he's not, because I don't know what that card is. Is it doesn't play a lot of creatures, so if you do remove the creatures, again he misses the land drop. So Shana Sisei's Legacy is a 1/1, and then it just gets +1 for each creature on the battlefield. So it kind of goes alright with Khan if you're going to be making constructs with Khan. And this is super awkward now because this has got flying and it's going to get in with vigilance. So that Seal Away normally would be a good removal spell here, but it's going to do nothing. Again, a Thrashing Brontodon. I think he's got to activate Treasure Map again here. Hopefully hit that land. He does, so he can at least play out another treasure map. Oh no, he's going to have to wait next turn because it's a scry, I forget, sorry. This is not looking good here for John in the first game. And Tyler, you can see, is up to 6. Here's Shrum. Yeah, so Shrum's going to get... And Siren Storm Tamer might just be a game, I think. Down to 8, so it's a 2-turn clock, because he can Tyler can pay 1, sacrifice a Storm Tamer, and counter a spell or ability that targets a permanent. Yeah, John, did he just concede? I think he did. Just wait for confirmation on that. He did, yeah, so we're going to game 2 now. Okay, he's got Land of War Elves turn 1, but you can see he's only got 1 land, so this is kind of another risky keep. 3 ballistas. I think Merfolk Branchwalker is going to get him an explore trigger, but awkwardly that land comes in tap, so not a good keep again. Doesn't hit the second land, so big problems here. If Tyler's got a removal spell, he can probably go for the throat here, take down that Land of War Elves, and John will be in big trouble. He doesn't have it. Champion of the Flame. And if this hits a land, I think he's okay. It does. So John kind of dodges a bullet there. There's Champion of the Flame. Oh, so he's enchanting it to a hexproof. It's a 3/3 now. a second branch walker. He's going to play Rishka, so Rishka is going to enable him to actually tap creatures for mana here. And he's going to be able to hit back, so he is ahead of Tyler at the moment in the race, but we saw in the first game Tyler's got access to a lifelink, but in order to get that lifelink he's going to need to get a white source, which he doesn't have, and I think last time the spell came down was 4 mana as well. He has 5 cards in hand, so we'll see if he's got that or not. Another Llanowar Elves. Ushana's going to be pretty good here. What would be a real blowout would be something like Sweltering Suns. Now, does he want to play those? I think he's thinking of the treasure map or just hitting in for 6. I think you want to hit in for 6 here. Because that Champion of the Flame is a 6/6. So this is a racing scenario right now. Just hope that Tyler doesn't have a Sweltering Suns on the other side. A second card too. These are all drawing him cards, but you can see he's awkwardly doesn't have the mana. So that's a 7/7 flyer, so it's a 2-turn clock. He'll draw another card. Yeah, John's seen enough, so Tyler quickly takes down Standard 2 games to 0. As now we're going to see, this is another one that John's kind of been working on for a period of time now. It's Green Blue Elves. He was actually on the podcast talking about this about 2 weeks ago, if anyone wants to find out about it. He'll name Elf here. Yep. So what he's doing, I think he should have played an Elvish Mystic there actually. Down comes the turn 2 Tyler Striker. So what he's doing here, he's splashing blue for Coiling Oracle and also the new Nissa Steward of Elements. Okay, so he wanted to play Dwynen's Elite turn 2. Although Elvish Mystic is an elf, that would have still worked. He doesn't have the blue source yet for the... Wait, is that Coiling Oracle? Is that a elf? Let me just bring that up and have a look. Confirm. I think I've spoken to him about this on the podcast. Because I was quite shocked at the time. Yeah, it is too. The Coiling Oracle is an elf. Well, there you go. But he's going to have to deal with a pretty big Tyler Tracker here. But he's going to have a bit of power coming back the other way. You can see the Collected Company in hand. He's going to go for it straight away. Oh, there we go. He's hit the Archdruid and the Azuri. I think he wants the Archdruid because it's a Lord. And this is bad news for Tyler right here, particularly if the Essence Warden gaining him life. He can just go hardcore with the Collected Company and just make a massive board if he wants to, but he's not going to do that. He'll draw a card with the Coiling Oracle. So now, what's Tyler going to do? He's staring down Azuri on the other side. Second Tyler Tracker. Tillanelli Summoner. I'm not really sure what that is. I haven't seen that in Modern, so it looks like it's a brew here. Green-red. Actually, that's the really cool EDH card. Let me just bring that up. Somehow it makes a whole heap of creatures. Tillanelli Summoner. Okay, whenever it attacks, you may pay X red. If you do, create X 1/1 red elementals that are tapped and attacking, and then they get exiled at the end of your turn unless you have the City's Blessing. So that's a pretty nice bit of spice there from Tyler. But this board is getting super ugly. My guess is Tyler doesn't have Anger of the Gods in main deck in this sort of build, particularly if cards like Telenelli Summoner. But my guess is it's going to be the first card in sideboard. As here's a Shaman of the Pack, which is going to do a ton of damage. Now this is, yeah, Tyler's seen enough. We're going to game 2. So after Tyler took down standard 2 games to 0, so John's fought back now. Now I'm curious to see what Tyler's doing here, because he's got the Utopia Sprawl, so it's a ramp on turn 1. We didn't see any evidence of land destruction in the first game. We'll see what he wants to ramp into here. A second Utopia Sprawl. It's going to give him 3 mana on the 1 land. And he gets the tracker. You see, he had to do that awkwardly because he can't tap the forest to put it on, otherwise he wouldn't get the 3 mana. Plays the Essence Warden into the Coiling Oracle to get the card draw. Coiling Oracle reveals a Heritage Druid. So this is the combo right here. Next turn, Arbor Elf, that forest is going to tap for 6 mana. He was at 3-2. He's actually offering a trade there. He could have given up the Essence Warden and the Oracle, but he didn't want to. I'm not sure if John is using his mana as efficiently as he could. He could have played that forest there. It's not clear. Okay, so he's going to collect a company. No, he can't. Yeah, so he should have played the forest there. There's an Archdruid, so he's going to get the plenty of life gain here, but he's going to get the Lord, importantly, as well. Which way does he go? He's going to go Shaman of the Pack first. Okay, so he's played that untapped and kept the black because he wanted to play the Shaman of the Pack, so that's good foresight there. But this is going to be super gross if Tyler's got Anger of the Gods on the other side. Let's have a look. Well, offering to trade for Shaman of the Pack, that's kind of a tell right there. You don't trade Tyler's trackers of Shaman of the Packs unless you're going to be wiping the board. And there it is. And just like that, his board, the Elves are dead. Only an Azuri on the other side. So Tyler now probably will be looking for a win con. He wants to find something before John can recover, and that's it right there. We're going to game 3. Inferno Titan will kill Azuri. I don't think Elves has any comeback from this. That thing's going to be swinging in for 9 a turn. Yeah, I think he's going to scoop it up here. Because it has an attack trigger where it does 3 damage, so it'll clear the blocker out. Do the remaining 2 damage to John, and then push through. He can even pump it if he wants to. Pia and Kieran. Another Tyler's tracker, and suddenly his side of the board is looking like John's side of the board was. You can see John's got no cards in hand. Blocker out the way, so it'll actually be lethal on board next turn. Heritage Druid ain't going to do it. We're going to game 3. So Anger of the Gods getting the job done right there. Yeah, some interesting decks here. Tyler's just a bit of a tweak on Ponza by the looks of it. 2 games in now, we've seen no evidence of land destruction, so he's just probably on some sort of value here. Now this is an interesting one. He's playing Utopia Sprawl on Stomping Ground, which suggests 2 things. It suggests either one, he does not have Blood Moons, because once he plays a Blood Moon, that Utopia Sprawl is gone. Blood Moon not so bad against the Elf deck, but you'd bring it out because Cavern of Souls is irrelevant to you, and also John can get the mana quite easily from other places. Yeah, so the 2 things. One, it says no Blood Moon, and also I think no basic forest if he's shocking himself turn 1. Okay, just as I say about the land destruction. Now that's interesting that he took the Cavern of Souls there, because I was going to say we've seen the Coiling Oracle and also the Shaman of the Pack, and we haven't seen any basic islands or swamps. Here's Collected Company, so he's going all in. Kitchen Finks will not work against Anger of the Gods. Eternal Witness probably to buy back the Collected Company. But this is going to be... He's setting himself up again, saying to Tyler, do you have the Anger of the Gods? I think if Tyler's got it, then there's big problems for John. If Tyler doesn't have it, then he's very well placed. So here we go. What's on his side? Let's see if there's an Anger. There is an Anger, and he couldn't play that fast enough. And that 2, 4, 6, 8 creature board is just gone. That's brutal. He probably does. Okay, there's Tillinelli Summoner. I was just going to say, he probably does need to follow this up with a threat. But Tillinelli Summoner is super awkward here against Essence Warden. It's not going to work at all, in fact. So he's got 1... Yeah, he's going to be able to play Collected Company next turn. Oh, there's a second Anger. I think that could be the game, actually. Well, the only thing keeping him in this keeping John in this match is the fact that Tyler's just not hitting land drops, which, as I say that he does. Does he have a threat for 4 mana? Let's have a look. It's a Bloodbraid Elf. That's a good one. Utopia Sprawl, not the best hit, but it'll get you to a... It'll get you to a Titan faster. John's still 2 turns away from casting Collected Company. Okay, you can play Kitchen Finks, will be pretty good here. Kitchen Finks is not an elf, so that's just a sideboard card board in. Arbor Elf is going to be very good on this with those 2 Utopia Sprawls. And that's a good one. That's the Voice of Zendikar. So John's kind of on a Zuria bust now, because he's not going to be able to plug through all those plants that are coming down each turn. And there's the 4th, so that's a good pickup. Not sure why he's firing it off main phase. I would have swung the kitchen finks there because I don't think Tyler would give up that Arbor Elf. If he's got a threat here, then this is Titan. I think this one's gone. I think Tyler's going to take down Modern here, 2-1. He can get rid of the Finks and the Archdruid here. Then clean up the Shaman on the swing next turn. Or whatever you play. If he plays that Uzuri, it's just dead. But the problem here is Tyler's just got the Nissa making blockers every turn, so he can't even, John can't even race him on the way back. Pia and Kieran. If Tyler wanted to get super aggressive here, he could minus Nissa, but I'm not sure if he wants to. Now he's getting super aggressive. He's going to remove a blocker, and he's taking the aggressive line here. I like that. So the Shaman's going to get shot down by the Primeval Titan. And this one's over. It's just how long it takes now for John to realize. We're going to Legacy. After, I'm trying to remember, I think Tyler took down Standard, 2 games to 0. Let's see if I've still got the... Yeah, so Tyler's on a roll here. He's looking, he'll head to Legacy looking for a sweep. As the Titan here is going to sweep the board again. Is that lethal? 6. Plus he's going to be able to... Yeah, that's a concession. We're going to Legacy. What is this? I'm not even going to guess what this is. I see a... Preordain is going to... A Watery Grave in Legacy? I think this is a homebrew as well. Yeah, I'm not even going to guess this. It's an Enlightened Intruder, so it's doing something with it's doing something with enchantments, obviously. Tyler plays a mono blue, so he's got now he's playing Shocklands. I did see a Watery Grave in there, so wait, what's going on here? What? Okay, Preordain. Yeah. I got no idea why he's playing Shocklands over. That gets the Force of Wills. Cunning Wish. Okay. Jigger's up on Tyler's side. He's on Show and Tell. Some sort of Show and Tell. Omni Show, perhaps. Yeah, I've got no idea why John is playing Shocklands over Dual Lands. If this was a real event, I would know why. Purely for financial reasons, but X-Mage. 2 Enlightened Tutors now. Doesn't want one of them. Well, Tyler's just cracked a fetch for a basic island, so I don't know if he's on mono blue and he's just using fetches for filtering. to go with cards like Brainstorm. Simeon Spirit Guide, so I'm completely lost at this stage. Dark Ritual, he's going to try and do something here. He's got access to 6 mana. Well, Shared Fate. Let me just bring that card up and see what it is. If a player would draw a card, that player removes the top card of an opponent's library from the game face down. Each player may look at and play cards he or she removed as though they were in his own hand. Yeah, so this is a weirdo brew that I'm not even gonna... What did I miss there? Hold on. Let me just... I've just gone back. I'm gonna try and see what happened. So, okay, so he's played Shared Fate. Well, Tyler just conceded the game, so we're gone to game 3. Is this... I might have made an error in my editing there. I've got no idea what just happened. I don't know why he would concede the game at that point. What's he going to take here? Into the Infinite or Omniscience, I'm guessing. Omniscience. Yeah, he took Omniscience. He's got that Shared Fate card again, so obviously that's crucial to something. I'm not even going to try and guess what. I'm sure Tyler knows a lot more about Legacy than me, obviously, so he will probably explain in the chat later. I'm also curious to know if this is a brew from John or if it's a legitimate deck. See, Cunning Wish that he lets resolve. He's gone for Intuition. So John's got the Force of Will in hand, so he can actually counter something. 2 of them now, so he's pretty well set up for that. His Elvish Spirit Guide. Is he going for the Shared Fate here? He is. Tyler goes for the Intuition. Is this going to get countered? It does not. 3 Show and Tells. Well, that's going to meet a counter spell for sure. And that's the end of the match. I don't know what just happened.